Good morning, everyone, on this Good Friday. Lots going on this holiday weekend, so I want to break down the next 3 days in Nebraska, and we're just going to go through hour by hour to let you know what you can expect over the next 3 days. Let's start with this morning. You might be lucky enough to already be off and enjoying the holiday, but if you do have to go to work, looking pretty good. There are some isolated snow showers in the northwestern part of the state, but most are going to be dry, but a bit on the cold side, and that's probably the biggest story for the Easter weekend is that our temperatures staying below normal. As we go forward in time, you can see that as we get into the afternoon, still not much going on. The isolated shower activity stays in the far northern part of the state. Late afternoon into the early evening, though, notice how a little bit of activity starts to show up in the far western part of the state and the far eastern part of the state. So I can't rule out a couple of showers popping up for your Friday evening plans around Omaha or Scottsbluff. I think the vast majority of the state is going to be dry, but I do want to leave in the chance for the far eastern, far western parts of the state. Don't think it's going to last very long, though. We're not looking at a wet night, but the chance for a quick shower. The activity out west tries to push into the central part of the state, but it kind of fizzles out. So tomorrow morning, looking dry across the state, with some pretty cold temperatures. Look at all the low to mid 30s out there. Particularly in the eastern part of the state, we should only be cooling down to the low 40s this time of year. So these temperatures below normal, and our high temperatures will be staying below normal as well. That said, Saturday is looking like a dry day. Notice that we start with some pretty good sunshine, but look how the cloud cover builds back in during the afternoon. That said, still no precipitation. Now, actually, during the day-to-day, there's not going to be much wind. We're catching a break from the wind, but the winds start to return tomorrow. Nothing crazy, though. We'll call it breezy for the central and eastern part of the state and windy out west, where gusts will get up to 30, 35 miles per hour, but not crazy wind. It seems like we've been seeing a lot of recently. Look at high temperatures, by the way, mainly in the low to mid-50s in the eastern and central part of the state and upper 50s, maybe in a couple spots out west. Now, this is where things start to get interesting as we get into Saturday night. Now, for a lot, 9 o'clock Saturday, it's going to be dry. But in the western part of the state, a rain-snow mix starts to push in. And now we're going to track every few hours as this pushes across the state. So here we are during the overnight hours Saturday night. We're talking about a rain-snow mix for places like North Platte, Broken Bow, Mullen. And it keeps pushing to the east. And notice we are certainly talking about the possibility of some snow coming down. And in general, the farther north you live, the better chance you have of seeing snow rather than rain. Now, this is 5 a.m. Sunday and kind of the peak of the activity around Kearney, Grand Island, but starting to push farther to the east. There is the opportunity for some rain and snow showers for Lincoln, Beatrice, and a very small chance for Omaha. Notice that 9 a.m. in the morning, the center of the activity is probably right over Lincoln, Beatrice, and trying to push into the Omaha area. So this is Easter egg hunt time, and yeah, the possibility for rain and snow showers is going to be around. So unless you do it real early in the morning, you might be better off waiting until the afternoon to do the outdoor activities on Easter Sunday. Because look what happens as we get into the early afternoon, the activity kind of peaking over the Omaha area, but a lot of the state has already dried out. And notice it is still a rain-snow mix. Those temperatures cold enough for probably as we get in the afternoon, mostly rain, but especially during the morning hours, pretty good chance at least a little bit of snow coming down for Easter Sunday. Something we don't often talk about. Now, by the time we get to 5 o'clock, maybe a stray sprinkle left over, but I think the vast majority are going to be dry. So again, if you can wait until the late afternoon for at least in the eastern part of the state to maybe do the Easter egg hunts, that might be your best bet as it looks right now. A little bit of variety in temperatures, it looks like, for Easter Sunday. I think there could be parts of the state that get into the mid to upper 60s. But as we go to the east, probably not so much. There's also going to be a big difference in the winds. Though the western part of the state gets the warmer temperatures, you're going to get the stronger winds. Far western Nebraska, I'm not ruling out some gusts up to 50 miles per hour. But around the Lincoln-Omaha area, gusts are probably only going to be around 25 miles per hour. So a very tight wind gradient as you go from east to west across the state. It just gets windier as you go to the west. Now, if you're wondering about how much snow comes down, it's not going to be a lot, but I do think a lot of folks are going to end up seeing snow. It's just not going to amount to very much. I think 1/10 of an inch, quarter inch is what we're largely going to be seeing. Some may just see a few flakes of snow, and there could be spots in the state that just stay all rain, especially in southern Nebraska, and you might actually miss out on the snow.